Oh, I'm recording. Hello, speech classmates and maybe YouTube people. I'm Jaden Mertz, and I have a quick question. Have you ever played with this little plastic brick? What do you see? Do you see anything special about it? All it is just a toy, right? Well, I don't think you're seeing the surface of what this has helped accomplish or what it can achieve. For this presentation, I want to prove the point that Lego isn't just a toy, and how just maybe, they might even belong in an educational environment. So let's take a moment and think outside of the blocks. First off, how can this thing that you can find a dime for a dozen be revolutionary? Why do so many companies try to copy it, yet can never hold up to the competition? It's because Lego does the one thing that the other brands don't focus on: creativity. If you look at other building block companies, you will see they have overly detailed pieces, some customly molded for certain sets. But Lego thinks that if it's unnecessary. Lego wrote an article on the topic, as they will refuse to make a custom molded piece unless it is absolutely needed. Lego believes that if they were to custom make every single piece, then that will limit the creativity. They push the idea that anything can be made with just the pieces that already exist. And they've proven this statement correct. Even some of the most detailed sets use basic pieces to complete its look. They are almost spot on to the inspiration material. Take the Lego Death Star as an example. The real thing is meant to look like a massive sphere, and that is just what this is. But if you look closer, it's a bunch of these square interlocking pieces clicked together. But this is a toy, and I agree. But there is another side to this, as there is a more educational use for these little plastic blocks. Starting in 2019, Lego created the Spike Prime system, a line of sets that encouraged the ability to code. These sets included parts needed to make robotic machines that could move, lift, light up, and even make sound, along with a QR code for downloadable apps and a URL to access the site online. That made it easy for teens to learn the basics of coding and encourage them to make their own robotic creations. Business Insider tells the story of how an amputee college student was able to use these little bricks in the Spike Prime set and its ability to code and build himself a working prosthetic arm. David was born without his right arm, and since prosthetic arms weren't cheap, his family was not able to afford a proper prosthetic arm for him. But when he turned 9, he found out that with Lego, he could create his own. By the time he was 19 and the Spike Prime sets were created, he was able to make a fully functional hand just with the pieces and the coding it provided. While a real prosthetic arm can cost upwards of $10,000 to $100,000, he was able to make his with just about $50. His creation inspired others to create more affordable prosthetics, and they continue to get cheaper and more affordable. Being able to make such a remarkable thing out of plastic bricks is nothing but incredible. But what about teaching a language? One that can help teach kids who struggle with sight and how to read and even write. That is where the next creation Lego has made comes in. And it has to do with these little bumps called studs. There are many people who struggle to see. Some people's condition leaves them unable to even read, as they use a special process involving a small pattern of dots on a page called Braille. This helps them be able to read and properly read a book, or find out what a sign is telling them, though not many people know of this skill. That is why Lego created a set specialized pieces using these little 2x4 bricks that spell out certain letters of Braille, and a base plate that can be used to make sentences. These special pieces can be used to teach kids how to form words and can even make signs for those with vision impairments. Lego has been around for decades, and with its ability to teach kids confidence, fine motor skills, social interactions, and inclusiveness, it's no more of a learning opportunity than what a teacher could teach. Imagine getting Lego more involved in the school curriculum. Not only would they have a fun time learning, but they could also show off their creativity and what could be an invention that could change lives. So if I were to say, what do you see when I show you this little plastic brick? The right answer would be the future. Thank you. Have a good day.